Okay, hopefully the second and final cut. It's gonna be a quick video anyways, but I won't make it longer than just 5 minutes. I mean, yeah, it's just one book, but unlike, honestly, I might just redo yesterday's video. It's not like it was one of those things where I was like, oh, it's pressed for time, and I mean, I kind of was, but you'll see what I mean when I get into later videos, because I'll explain that there. But it's not relevant now, so let's get right into it. Olympos Nullhunter. I told you guys yesterday, yesterday's video that yesterday in general, that this was gonna be the last book that I was waiting on, and I finally got it today, and it collects all 10 issues, and it's written by Michael Walsh, but some issues are written by someone else. So issue 7 is co-written by, actually it says issue 7 writing, so it must be all written by him, is Gustavo Vargas. Issue 8 is Aaron Losty. It's Losty, like lost and with a Y at the end. Losty. And art is done by Gustavo Vargas. And this is it's the retelling of not the Trials of Hercules. It's a retelling of Hercules, but specifically, it's a retelling of the labors of Hercules, but it's set among the stars. That's the twist here. They also called it a cyberpunk retelling of the Herculean legend, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, these are all 10 issues. I just showed the artwork. So it's written by Michael Walsh. And what's funny that, so this is 10 issues, and when issue 1 was coming out, and I just heard about this series, and all that, and I want to say up to almost the entire series, before Exquisite Corpses was, dog wants to bark right now, before Exquisite Corpses was, saying solicited, that was what I was looking for, solicited, I thought this is all I needed for Michael Walsh, but no, Exquisite Corpses is co-written by him, so I do need to wait for that one to come out to have everything by him, but that was a big selling point for Nullhunter at first, for me, like, oh, it's the last thing I need by Michael Walsh, and I liked how it was artist turned author Michael Walsh. I always like those books. It's like, oh, he's an artist. He's known for being an artist, but now he's writing. Like I actually have an image book that's written by Jack Kirby. So many others that are a lot from Image too. That's just Luana Vecchio. She's written 2 series from Image. They're the same. It's both from the Lovesick universe, but that universe that she created. Both books are from that universe, but they're both different stories. I think one is I think one is just a Lovesick tale. One's called Dull Parts, a Lovesick tale. The first one's called Lovesick. But yeah, she was the artist known for doing for Image at least. It's written by the guy who's doing Knights now. Bolero. Bolero was the Wyatt Kennedy. Wyatt Kennedy is currently writing Knights, but he just did 1 volume of Rogue Sun, but he also did, and I really like this book too, it was Bolero. But she did the artwork for that series, and then she wrote her own Image comic series called Lovesick. So I always like when it's an author turned artist turned author, and honestly the other way around too. It's always like Dan Waters does some coloring for his books, and so does, I know Brian Bucalado does. Pretty sure Dan Waters, I saw him as credited as being a colorist in one of his books. Again, I know for a fact Brian Bucalado was also a color artist. But yeah, it was artist turned author books. It's not like it means anything per se. It just gets kind of cool to read about that. Because I always imagine artists, they just are told what to write and they can't write themselves. I'm sorry, my brain is blowing up right now. Artists are told what to draw, and their writing isn't as good as their artistry is. So it's always, I guess that's part of it. It's always kind of funny that they're a jack of all trades. They can't, not just artwork, it's also writing too. But brief little tangent / rant. So I got this from a third-party seller called My Comic Shop, and every single time I've ordered from My Comic Shop, it has taken much longer to arrive than it should. Now, it shipped right away. It was actually, I want to say it was the fastest going from ordered to shipped. It was pretty damn fast, but it was just from place to place. It was taking forever, and And that's not. I feel like it's not USPS's fault. It's the third-party seller's fault. Now they do what's called economy shipping, so that's also a part of it. And I just think like this day and age, no one, especially not my comic shop. If my comic shop like they're pretty big, they should not be doing economy shipping, or should not have to be forced to do economy shipping. Probably where they are. Maybe Texas is just they're forced to do it because of where they're located. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's worth it, of course, because this came in perfectly fine condition, and all that. And if the more you order, the less your shipping speed, the less your shipping cost is. So if it's like $4 per book for ship plus ship, it's like if it's $24 plus $4 shipping for each book, they take away part of the shipping. I think after a while, like maybe $100, it's free shipping. Now, I will never know if it's ever free shipping, because I don't think I'll ever order that much from them unless it has to go by units. No, I wonder if I get two $50 books and it's $100, then I don't know. But the most I ordered from them was like 4 books, and that was back in April. Actually, I did one 2 months ago. Because I think, there's 1 month I was just doing almost all third-party sellers, and Amazon was like nothing. I think that was one of the times I got a lot from my comic shop. At the end of the day, I like them, but I give them overall a 6 out of 10. Like they're decent. And honestly, I hate to say it, but other third-party sellers I've ordered from also do the same thing, but they're quicker. So there's like, what does my comic shop have over this seller? Nothing. In fact, the only reason I bought this book from my comic shop is because that was the only seller available that would ship Nullhunter before November 4th. It was crazy. Going forward, I'm going to have to use them. It's going to be that one book, like next month will be Monstrous Volume 10. If I end up getting that book, it'll have to be through my comic shop unless I get lucky, but that's fine. At the end of the day, I don't really care. It's worth it getting it early. 1 through 10. Nullhunter, Michael Walsh, all the other guys. That, as they say, is that. Tomorrow's video will be all the comics I bought. The complete graphic novel haul for October of 2025, and then November 2nd, unless I bite the bullet and just say screw it and do October 31st also for every Image comic I've read this month. That will be on November 2nd. It'll probably get pushed back to November 2nd. That way I can fully commit to it, probably film it on Saturday, and then upload it on Sunday. It all depends on how my weekend goes, how everything goes. I have a party to go to on October 31st, otherwise known as Halloween, and then the weekend, I'm going to the movies on Sunday, so I probably won't want to do it on Sunday. Maybe I'll wake up bright and early on Saturday and start filming. I don't know, but this is video been long enough. I'll get to 10 minutes so I get the ad revenue. Even though I'm not monetized. I'm just saying that as a joke. I think 10 minutes is a good video length. I feel like because they're just showing off one book, I feel like it was kind of useless. But if I do 10 minutes, I just prattle on for a lot longer than I'm showing off the book, and that's better. But I also want to get YouTube to good thumbnail, good enough thumbnail. Don't make any faces. Like, it's so funny because YouTube. I'm gonna exaggerate this a little bit, but not by much. So I pick what YouTube gives me for the thumbnails, for the most part. Sometimes I have to do my own makeshift thumbnail, because 3 of them will be or just be not even show the book. I'm going like or again, exaggeration, but it's so annoying too. And sometimes it won't be like a video like this. A video like this, to not show the book like this, that's understandable. But I'll be doing like a complete comic haul, and like for every book that I got, like yesterday's video, it was everything but Nullhunter. So I don't do the spines as a thumbnail. I instead do whatever they give me. And even then, sometimes they'll just be this or this or this, and they won't show the book at all, for all 3 thumbnails. And I'll be showing up the books pretty consistently too. And sometimes I got really lucky, like, it's yin and yang. Like, sometimes I get really good thumbnails right at the bat, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes like I don't have to go to the other thumbnails to change it around. What I get right off the bat is the perfect thumbnail. Now I'm not a believer in the sense that like this is a good thumbnail for me. Like this, but I'm like in mid speech, not making a face or anything like that. Like I'm like this or that, but like a mid conversation like this is fine, or just doing like this where you see the book enough, and I'm talking about the book. You can see the book clearly on your cellular device or whatever device you use to watch YouTube videos. I think that is a good thumbnail for me. Now I do have dreams of making them like Omar from Uncanny Omar from Near My Condition does his, and that for the complete, spines, all that. But pipe dream, that as I say is that.